Hey guys, Modern Country Mama here. Long time no talk. I know life has gotten super busy, and I'm gonna recap a little bit today on what that's been like. Excuse me, I just had coffee. Alright, homeschool. The reason homeschool videos dropped to nothing is because I was overwhelmed, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to fit in the curriculum, like dot 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 dot, and it took me forever to get out of the habit of following everything to the T, to the, dot the I's, cross the T's kind of thing. It's homeschool. You're allowed to color outside the lines. And it took me a little while to figure that out. The beginning of this year was really nice and relaxed. We did a good few unit studies that I personally created out of some books, Farm Anatomy, Nature Anatomy, and Food Anatomy. We did Food and Nature completely. We still got bits of Farm Anatomy to do, but I figured those are going to be on the days where we have broken weeks, so that I don't have to worry about trying to scrunch all the assignments of a book that normally progresses, a textbook that normally progresses over a 5-day week, and trying to smash it into 3 or something like that. It's overwhelming, and I wouldn't want to do it, so I'm not going to make my 11-year-old do it. I am not sure I'm going to really be doing any more homeschool updates, as this is my last year. There is a hope I have for next year that it will officially still be homeschool, because we classify as official homeschoolers in the Florida program of homeschooling. You can sign up for umbrella programs, which means that you're still homeschooling, but you're officially designated as a private school system. And I won't get into the details, but that's just the general gist. As homeschoolers, someone who classifies their child being in homeschool and not in the umbrella program can actually send their students or student to regular public school and fully participate in either the regular classes like science or math or reading, whatever, or they could go and join the art classes, the gym classes. They could be in debate club, they could be in after-school soccer or softball, or pretty much whatever the public school system has. As a homeschooler, you can officially participate in the public school program for one or many of the programs that you deem necessary for them to take. Besides, of course, what most people consider needed programs like math and science and all that. I want to do that next year so that she transitions more fluidly. I would like to see the majority of her classes done at public school and just 1 or 2 done at home, so that it's not too overwhelming for her. But at the same time, that's mom worry. It's not necessarily how it's going to happen with her being, having a shock to her system. She and her dad both want her to jump right back in to public school, so we'll see how the summer goes. I have until at least after my evaluation to figure that out. So that's homeschool. We've now been at this property for over a year. It's spring, it's March now. Officially, we moved in just before Thanksgiving. So, just over a year and a quarter, something like that. Anyway, we have done a lot of nothing. We planned on doing so much, but I guess that's kind of how it works for most people. We were planning on putting up a real fence, because only part of our property is fenced, and that's with some really sad looking barbed wire. This used to be a field, and for like cows and watermelons and whatever the old farm, this land used to be. Well, we actually decided with tax return, instead of spending a good portion of it on the land and putting in a fence and putting in a patio and items like that, my husband was really sweet enough to say, no, we're going to invest in you and you're going to start your soap business this year. I have a wonderful husband. I love him so much. So, I think I finally decided on a time. The first weekend of May, at the latest, I'm officially going to start up with my own website and start selling soap. I will not be doing an Etsy. I have absolutely nothing against Etsy. I want my own store. I'm selfish like that. Plus, the idea of trying to get myself in the search engine of Etsy, it's just, I don't see how with over 6,000 soaps, or probably more than that, how I could get distinguished. But in any case, that's not the direction I'm going, so I don't got to worry about that. I've also recently been told about a barter market, which is just a town over from where I'm at. And as of right now, there's no fees for setting up. I won't be able to do anything until May. I know it's March, but I got legal stuff to do, and I got soaps to make and then cure. Anybody who knows anything about cold processed soap, it's not ready in a week's time. It needs 4 to 8 weeks, and obviously, for the time that they schedule the barter market, there's not gonna be enough time for a cure. It's still gonna be pretty soft and not to my standards. On that note, I will most likely be making a separate YouTube channel for that, and once I either have it set up or I have my business officially set with the state, then I'll go ahead and announce it, and I'll see whether or not I put some soapy hauls. I did some shopping online, and I'll see whether or not I put them here on this channel or whether I put them on the other one or do both. We'll see. My nose is so itchy. Speaking of videos, for this channel, just as busy as life is, I'm thinking the most I'm going to be able to have the energy for, especially since my internet is so slow. I mean, it's like dial-up. I really, really don't like it. So, for the moment, I'm thinking I'm gonna get started on once a month videos. I may do more, but like I said, we'll see. Life gets really busy and really hectic real quick, so I may only be able to continue with one video a month. Again, we'll see. Hopefully I can do more. I'd like to do more, but if anyone creates videos, you know how long it takes to edit and then to upload, and like I said, our internet is just absolutely worthless. So I digress. Point made. As for the videos that I will be making, I would really like to do what I said I was going to do before with gardening, which those seeds in my last video that I grew, all but one of those seeds from Mary's actually sprouted, and quite honestly, the oregano seeds were so tiny, I'm not sure that I actually got to put any in the soil. I'm thinking, as tiny as they were, I mistook some of the dirt on my fingers for actual, and it was actual seeds, so it might have been a 100% germination rate, but anyway, by the time I got they got big enough, and I was about to go out and buy the supplies I needed for a raised bed. It was scorching hot out. I mean, it was in the high 80s, mid-high 80s, and the humidity was up, and it was horrible, and pretty much I wasted growing my tomato seeds because they wouldn't have survived anyway. Disappointing, I know. And this year, like I said, certain provisions were going to be made toward the house, and we put it all in me. So hopefully I'll get to a garden at the end of summer, beginning of fall. I can't think of anything else to talk about, so I'll leave it for another video. This one's already gone pretty far. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.